Psalms 18. A psalm of David, the servant of Yahavah. He sang this song to Yahavah on the day Yahavah rescued him from all his enemies and from Saul. He sang, I love you, Yahavah, you are my strength. Yahavah is my rock, my fortress, and my savior. My Elohim is my rock, in whom I find protection. He is my shield, the power that saves me, and my place of safety. I called on Yahavah, who is worthy of praise, and he saved me from my enemies. The ropes of death entangled me, floods of destruction swept over me. The grave wrapped its ropes around me, death laid a trap in my path. But in my distress I cried out to Yahavah. Yes, I prayed to my Elohim for help. He heard me from his sanctuary. My cry to him reached his ears. Then the earth quaked and trembled. The foundations of the mountains shook. They quaked because of his anger. Smoke poured from his nostrils. Fierce flames leaped from his mouth. Glowing coals blazed forth from him. He opened the heavens and came down. Dark storm clouds were beneath his feet. Mounted on a mighty angelic being, he flew, soaring on the wings of the wind. He shrouded himself in darkness, veiling his approach with dark rain clouds. Thick clouds shielded the brightness around him and rained down hail and burning coals. Yahavah thundered from heaven. The voice of the Most High resounded amid the hail and burning coals. He shot his arrows and scattered his enemies. Great bolts of lightning flashed, and they were confused. Then at your command, O Yahavah, at the blast of your breath, the bottom of the sea could be seen, and the foundations of the earth were laid bare. He reached down from heaven and rescued me. He drew me out of deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemies, from those who hated me and were too strong for me. They attacked me at a moment when I was in distress, but Yahavah supported me. He led me to a place of safety. He rescued me because he delights in me. Yahavah rewarded me for doing right. He restored me because of my innocence. For I have kept the ways of Yahavah. I have not turned from my Elohim to follow evil. I have followed all his regulations. I have never abandoned his decrees. I am blameless before Elohim. I have kept myself from sin. Yahavah rewarded me for doing right. He has seen my innocence. To the faithful you show yourself faithful. To those with integrity you show integrity. To the pure you show yourself pure, but to the crooked you show yourself shrewd. You rescue the humble, but you humiliate the proud. You light a lamp for me. Yahavah, my Elohim, lights up my darkness. In your strength I can crush an army. With my Elohim I can scale any wall. Elohim's way is perfect. All Yahavah's promises prove true. He is a shield for all who look to him for protection. For who is Elohim except Yahavah? Who but our Elohim is a solid rock? Elohim arms me with strength, and he makes my way perfect. He makes me as sure-footed as a deer, enabling me to stand on mountain heights. He trains my hands for battle. He strengthens my arm to draw a bronze bow. You have given me your shield of victory. Your right hand supports me. Your help has made me great. You have made a wide path for my feet to keep them from slipping. I chased my enemies and caught them. I did not stop until they were conquered. I struck them down so they could not get up. They fell beneath my feet. You have armed me with strength for the battle. You have subdued my enemies under my feet. You placed my foot on their necks. I have destroyed all who hated me. They called for help, but no one came to their rescue. They even cried to Yahavah, but he refused to answer. I ground them as fine as dust in the wind. I swept them into the gutter like dirt. You gave me victory over my accusers. You appointed me ruler over nations. People I don't even know now serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they submit. Foreign nations cringe before me. They all lose their courage and come trembling from their strongholds. Yahavah lives. Praise to my rock. May the Elohim of my salvation be exalted. He is the Elohim who pays back those who harm me. He subdues the nations under me and rescues me from my enemies. You hold me safe beyond the reach of my enemies. You save me from violent opponents. For this, O Yahavah, I will praise you among the nations. I will sing praises to your name. You give great victories to your king. You show unfailing love to your anointed, to David and all his descendants forever. Psalms 19. A Psalm of David. The heavens proclaim the glory of Elohim. The skies display his craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make him known. They speak without a sound or word. Their voice is never heard. Yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. Elohim has made a home in the heavens for the sun. It bursts forth like a radiant bridegroom after his wedding. It rejoices like a great athlete eager to run the race. The sun rises at one end of the heavens and follows its course to the other end. Nothing can hide from its heat. The instructions of Yahavah are perfect, reviving the soul. The decrees of Yahavah are trustworthy, making wise the simple. The commandments of Yahavah are right, bringing joy to the heart. The commands of Yahavah are clear, giving insight for living. Reverence for Yahavah is pure, lasting forever. The laws of Yahavah are true, each one is fair. They are more desirable than gold, even the finest gold. They are sweeter than honey, even honey dripping from the comb. They are a warning to your servant, a great reward for those who obey them. How can I know all the sins lurking in my heart? Cleanse me from these hidden faults. Keep your servant from deliberate sins. Don't let them control me. Then I will be free of guilt and innocent of great sin. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Yahavah, my rock and my redeemer. Psalms 20. A Psalm of David. In times of trouble, may Yahavah answer your cry. May the name of the Elohim of Jacob keep you safe from all harm. May he send you help from his sanctuary and strengthen you from Jerusalem. May he remember all your gifts and look favorably on your burnt offerings. May he grant your heart's desires and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy when we hear of your victory and raise a victory banner in the name of our Elohim. May Yahavah answer all your prayers. Now I know that Yahavah rescues his anointed king. He will answer him from his holy heaven and rescue him by his great power. Some nations boast of their chariots and horses, but we boast in the name of Yahavah our Elohim. Those nations will fall down and collapse, but we will rise up and stand firm. Give victory to our King, O Yahavah. Answer our cry for help. Psalms 21. A Psalm of David. How the King rejoices in your strength, O Yahavah. He shouts with joy because you give him victory. For you have given him his heart's desire. You have withheld nothing he requested. You welcomed him back with success and prosperity. You placed a crown of finest gold on his head. He asked you to preserve his life, and you granted his request. The days of his life stretch on forever. Your victory brings him great honor, and you have clothed him with splendor and majesty. You have endowed him with eternal blessings and given him the joy of your presence. For the king trusts in Yahavah. The unfailing love of the Most High will keep him from stumbling. You will capture all your enemies. Your strong right hand will seize all who hate you. You will throw them in a flaming furnace when you appear. Yahavah will consume them in his anger. Fire will devour them. You will wipe their children from the face of the earth. They will never have descendants. Although they plot against you, their evil schemes will never succeed. For they will turn and run when they see your arrows aimed at them. Rise up, O Yahavah, in all your power. With music and singing we celebrate your mighty acts. Psalms 22. A Psalm of David. My Elohim, why have you abandoned me? Why are you so far away when I groan for help? Every day I call to you, my Elohim, but you do not answer. Every night I lift my voice, but I find no relief. Yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. Our ancestors trusted in you, and you rescued them. They cried out to you and were saved. They trusted in you and were never disgraced. But I am a worm and not a man. I am scorned and despised by all. Everyone who sees me mocks me. They sneer and shake their heads, saying, "Is this the one who relies on Yahavah? Then let Yahavah save him. If Yahavah loves him so much, let Yahavah rescue him. Yet you brought me safely from my mother's womb, and led me to trust you at my mother's breast. I was thrust into your arms at my birth. You have been my Elohim from the moment I was born. Do not stay so far from me, for trouble is near, and no one else can help me. My enemies surround me like a herd of bulls. Fierce bulls of Bashan have hemmed me in. Like lions they open their jaws against me, roaring and tearing into their prey. My life is poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax, melting within me. My strength has dried up like sun-baked clay. My tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. You have laid me in the dust and left me for dead. My enemies surround me like a pack of dogs. An evil gang closes in on me. They have pierced my hands and feet. I can count all my bones. My enemies stare at me and gloat. They divide my garments among themselves and throw dice for my clothing. O Yahavah, do not stay far away. You are my strength. Come quickly to my aid. Save me from the sword. Spare my precious life from these dogs. Snatch me from the lion's jaws and from the horns of these wild oxen. I will proclaim your name to my brothers and sisters. I will praise you among your assembled people. Praise Yahavah, all you who fear him. Honor him, all you descendants of Jacob. Show him reverence, all you descendants of Israel. For he has not ignored or belittled the suffering of the needy. He has not turned his back on them, but has listened to their cries for help. I will praise you in the great assembly. I will fulfill my vows in the presence of those who worship you. The poor will eat and be satisfied. All who seek Yahavah will praise him. Their hearts will rejoice with everlasting joy. The whole earth will acknowledge Yahavah and return to him. All the families of the nations will bow down before him. For royal power belongs to Yahavah. He rules all the nations. Let the rich of the earth feast and worship. Bow before him, all who are mortal, all whose lives will end as dust. Our children will also serve him. Future generations will hear about the wonders of Yahavah. His righteous acts will be told to those not yet born. They will hear about everything he has done. Psalms 23. A Psalm of David. Yahavah is my shepherd. I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honor to his name. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. Your rod and your staff protect and comfort me. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. You honor me by anointing my head with oil. My cup overflows with blessings. Surely your goodness and unfailing love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of Yahavah forever. Psalms 24. A Psalm of David. The earth is Yahavah's and everything in it. The world and all its people belong to him. For he laid the earth's foundation on the seas and built it on the ocean depths. Who may climb the mountain of Yahavah? Who may stand in his holy place? Only those whose hands and hearts are pure, who do not worship idols and never tell lies. They will receive Yahavah's blessing and have a right relationship with Elohim their Savior. Such people may seek you and worship in your presence, O Elohim of Jacob. Open up, ancient gates. Open up, ancient doors, and let the King of glory enter. Who is the King of glory? Yahavah, strong and mighty. Yahavah, invincible in battle. Open up, ancient gates. Open up, ancient doors, and let the King of glory enter. Who is the King of glory? Yahavah of heaven's armies. He is the King of glory. Psalms 25. A Psalm of David. O Yahavah, I give my life to you. I trust in you, my Elohim. Do not let me be disgraced, or let my enemies rejoice in my defeat. No one who trusts in you will ever be disgraced, but disgrace comes to those who try to deceive others. Show me the right path, O Yahavah. Point out the road for me to follow. Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the Elohim who saves me. All day long I put my hope in you. Remember, O Yahavah, your compassion and unfailing love, which you have shown from long ages past. Do not remember the rebellious sins of my youth. Remember me in the light of your unfailing love, for you are merciful, O Yahavah. Yahavah is good and does what is right. He shows the proper path to those who go astray. He leads the humble in doing right, teaching them his way. Yahavah leads with unfailing love and faithfulness all who keep his covenant and obey his demands. For the honor of your name, O Yahavah, forgive my many, many sins. Who are those who fear Yahavah? He will show them the path they should choose. They will live in prosperity, and their children will inherit the land. Yahavah is a friend to those who fear him. He teaches them his covenant. My eyes are always on Yahavah, for he rescues me from the traps of my enemies. Turn to me and have mercy, for I am alone and in deep distress. My problems go from bad to worse. Oh, save me from them all. Feel my pain and see my trouble. Forgive all my sins. See how many enemies I have and how viciously they hate me. Protect me. Rescue my life from them. Do not let me be disgraced, for in you I take refuge. May integrity and honesty protect me, for I put my hope in you. O Elohim, ransom Israel from all its troubles. Psalms 26. A Psalm of David. Declare me innocent, O Yahavah, for I have acted with integrity. I have trusted in Yahavah without wavering. Put me on trial, Yahavah, and cross-examine me. Test my motives and my heart, for I am always aware of your unfailing love, and I have lived according to your truth. I do not spend time with liars or go along with hypocrites. I hate the gatherings of those who do evil, and I refuse to join in with the wicked. I wash my hands to declare my innocence. I come to your altar, O Yahavah, singing a song of thanksgiving and telling of all your wonders. I love your sanctuary, Yahavah, the place where your glorious presence dwells. Don't let me suffer the fate of sinners. Don't condemn me along with murderers. Their hands are dirty with evil schemes, and they constantly take bribes. But I am not like that. I live with integrity. So redeem me and show me mercy. Now I stand on solid ground, and I will publicly praise Yahavah. Psalms 27, a Psalm of David. Yahavah is my light and my salvation, so why should I be afraid? Yahavah is my fortress, protecting me from danger, so why should I tremble? When evil people come to devour me, when my enemies and foes attack me, they will stumble and fall. Though a mighty army surrounds me, my heart will not be afraid. Even if I am attacked, I will remain confident. The one thing I ask of Yahavah, the thing I seek most, is to live in the house of Yahavah all the days of my life, delighting in Yahavah's perfections and meditating in his temple. For he will conceal me there when troubles come. He will hide me in his sanctuary. He will place me out of reach on a high rock. Then I will hold my head high above my enemies who surround me. At his sanctuary I will offer sacrifices with shouts of joy, singing and praising Yahavah with music. Hear me as I pray, O Yahavah. Be merciful and answer me. My heart has heard you say, come and talk with me. And my heart responds, Yahavah, I am coming. Do not turn your back on me. Do not reject your servant in anger. You have always been my helper. Don't leave me now, don't abandon me, O Elohim of my salvation. Even if my father and mother abandon me, Yahavah will hold me close. Teach me how to live, O Yahavah. Lead me along the right path, for my enemies are waiting for me. Do not let me fall into their hands, for they accuse me of things I've never done. With every breath they threaten me with violence. Yet I am confident I will see Yahavah's goodness while I am here in the land of the living. Wait patiently for Yahavah. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for Yahavah. Psalms 28. A Psalm of David. I pray to you, O Yahavah, my rock. Do not turn a deaf ear to me, for if you are silent, I might as well give up and die. Listen to my prayer for mercy as I cry out to you for help, as I lift my hands toward your holy sanctuary. Do not drag me away with the wicked, with those who do evil, those who speak friendly words to their neighbors while planning evil in their hearts. Give them the punishment they so richly deserve. Measure it out in proportion to their wickedness. Pay them back for all their evil deeds. Give them a taste of what they have done to others. They care nothing for what Yahavah has done or for what his hands have made. So he will tear them down, and they will never be rebuilt. Praise Yahavah, for he has heard my cry for mercy. Yahavah is my strength and shield. I trust him with all my heart. He helps me, and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. Yahavah gives his people strength. He is a safe fortress for his anointed king. Save your people. Bless Israel, your special possession. Lead them like a shepherd, and carry them in your arms forever. Psalms 29. A Psalm of David. Honor Yahavah, you heavenly beings. Honor Yahavah for his glory and strength. Honor Yahavah for the glory of his name. Worship Yahavah in the splendor of his holiness. The voice of Yahavah echoes above the sea. The Elohim of glory thunders. Yahavah thunders over the mighty sea. The voice of Yahavah is powerful. The voice of Yahavah is majestic. The voice of Yahavah splits the mighty cedars. Yahavah shatters the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon's mountains skip like a calf. He makes Mount Hermon leap like a young wild ox. The voice of Yahavah strikes with bolts of lightning. The voice of Yahavah makes the barren wilderness quake. Yahavah shakes the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of Yahavah twists mighty oaks and strips the forests bare. In his temple everyone shouts, "Glory!" Yahavah rules over the floodwaters. Yahavah reigns as king forever. Yahavah gives his people strength. Yahavah blesses them with peace. Psalms 30. A Psalm of David. A song for the dedication of the temple. I will exalt you, Yahavah, for you rescued me. You refused to let my enemies triumph over me. O Yahavah, my Elohim, I cried to you for help, and you restored my health. You brought me up from the grave, O Yahavah. You kept me from falling into the pit of death. Sing to Yahavah, all you righteous ones. Praise his holy name. For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night, but joy comes with the morning. When I was prosperous, I said, nothing can stop me now. Your favor, O Yahavah, made me as secure as a mountain. Then you turned away from me, and I was shattered. I cried out to you, O Yahavah. I begged Yahavah for mercy, saying, what will you gain if I die, if I sink into the grave? Can my dust praise you? Can it tell of your faithfulness? Hear me, Yahavah, and have mercy on me. Help me, O Yahavah. You have turned my mourning into joyful dancing. You have taken away my clothes of mourning and clothed me with joy, that I might sing praises to you and not be silent. O Yahavah, my Elohim, I will give you thanks forever. Psalms 31. A Psalm of David. O Yahavah, I have come to you for protection. Don't let me be disgraced. Save me, for you do what is right. Turn your ear to listen to me. Rescue me quickly. Be my rock of protection, a fortress where I will be safe. You are my rock and my fortress. For the honor of your name, lead me out of this danger. Pull me from the trap my enemies set for me, for I find protection in you alone. I entrust my spirit into your hand. Rescue me, Yahavah, for you are a faithful Elohim. I hate those who worship worthless idols. I trust in Yahavah. I will be glad and rejoice in your unfailing love, for you have seen my troubles, and you care about the anguish of my soul. You have not handed me over to my enemies, but have set me in a safe place. Have mercy on me, Yahavah, for I am in distress. Tears blur my eyes. My body and soul are withering away. I am dying from grief. My years are shortened by sadness. Sin has drained my strength. I am wasting away from within. I am scorned by all my enemies and despised by my neighbors. Even my friends are afraid to come near me. When they see me on the street, they run the other way. I am ignored as if I were dead, as if I were a broken pot. I have heard the many rumors about me, and I am surrounded by terror. My enemies conspire against me, plotting to take my life. But I am trusting you, O Yahavah, saying, You are my Elohim. My future is in your hands. Rescue me from those who hunt me down relentlessly. Let your favor shine on your servant. In your unfailing love, rescue me. Don't let me be disgraced, O Yahavah, for I call out to you for help. Let the wicked be disgraced. Let them lie silent in the grave. Silence their lying lips, those proud and arrogant lips that accuse the righteous. How great is the goodness you have stored up for those who fear you. You lavish it on those who come to you for protection, blessing them before the watching world. You hide them in the shelter of your presence, safe from those who conspire against them. You shelter them in your presence, far from accusing tongues. Praise Yahavah, for he has shown me the wonders of his unfailing love. He kept me safe when my city was under attack. In panic I cried out, I am cut off from Yahavah. But you heard my cry for mercy and answered my call for help. Love Yahavah, all you righteous ones. For Yahavah protects those who are loyal to him, but he harshly punishes the arrogant. So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in Yahavah.